welcome everyone back to the First Inning Radio Show. And yeah, we're gonna be talking about the American League Division Series, Yankees versus Guardians. Now, Game 2 was a horrible loss, and good play though, great game, good play, but just a horrible, heartbreaking loss. And yeah, we're definitely on the internet now, so we're gonna talk about those two games. And let me see. I got Roger, the big Yankee fan, with me too, and we're gonna get into the game highlight. Let me see if I can pull that up here. What happened to my damn screen? Oh my goodness. This internet is slow today, man. But yeah, man, the Yankees have lost a heartbreaker, man.
Yes, it was. The series is tied at 1 game apiece. Shane Bieber started for the Cleveland Guardians, and Nestor Cortez started for the Yankees, and it got off to a very good start with Giancarlo Stanton hitting an opposite field home run into the right field porch to make it 2-0. But Nestor did not have his best stuff and did walk a number of batters and allowed those runs to come back, and including a home run from Ahmed Rosario, who hit one to center field to tie the game at 2-2. And then the Yankees, Bieber righted the ship for himself, even though he did not have his best stuff himself. And he walked a number of batters for about 4 innings. The Yankees either walked or struck out, and did not even put a ball in play. And really had trouble hitting at that point. They struck out 14 times for the game. And then it was a case of Clay Holmes came in and was able to shut them down. They had a little trouble. And then the Cleveland Indians brought in Class A, who is their top relief pitcher, the top relief pitcher in the American League. And they pitched him for the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th innings. And it was a case of Jameson Taillon coming in the 10th inning, and the Guardians got away with 2 bloop hits, including one from Ramirez. And the Yankees made a couple of errors, putting Ramirez on third base, and Ramirez scored. And then Naylor hit a hard shot to the outfield to score another run. And they took Taillon out of the game and brought Clark Schmidt in. But the Yankees had fallen behind 4-2 at that point. And they could not solve Class A. And the Guardians ended up winning the game 4-2. So the series is tied at 2-2, with the next 2 out of 3 being played in Cleveland starting tomorrow. And we will have Severino going up against Tristan McKenzie tomorrow.
Yeah, which, by the way, I have his autograph.
Yes, I know. That's a good video that you have, too, with you getting it from him.
I ran around the whole stadium to get that, too. That was funny.
Yes, I know. You said, I ran all the way around the stadium to get you, man.
Yeah. You know, and, but yeah, one crucial play, I think, that what killed the game there, too, was that Anthony Rizzo
ground ball that he misplayed.
Missing the ground ball. I mean, even though they got the next out, but that still, like, killed, like, some of the momentum. You know what I mean?
Right, I know. Like, the aura of the game was changing. I could feel like the Guardians were taking control.
Yeah, something like that was going on, you know? So, I mean, but I thought the Yankees was gonna prevail, man. And then they got men on base and stuff like that, and they still couldn't score them, man.
Exactly. They had the bases loaded, and I mean, well, once again, they got the bases loaded with walks. For a while, they could not even put the ball in play. I mean, Bieber and the Indians' bullpen was really shutting them down and striking them out. The only way they were getting on base was when the Indians walked. The Guardians walked them, you know, to get on base. But for a while, they were having trouble putting anything in play. And they started out the game with the 2-run homer from Stanton, but otherwise it was not much of a hitting day for the Yankees at all today. The Guardians pitching basically shut them down for most of the game.
Yeah, and the commentary was horrible too, man. How they put a Met announcer to do a Yankee game? Like,
Oh, I know.
that's
That's
the
just how they do it. That's because he also, Ron Darling, is also does a lot of stuff with TBS. So he's also one of the TBS announcers.
I mean, they sounded like if we was listening to what's his name, Joe Buck again, man.
Right. Well, we did have Bob Costas there.
Yeah, I know. Bob Costas was calling Shane Bieber Justin Bieber too.
Right. I know.
He kept calling him Justin Bieber. I'm like, yo, his name is Shane Bieber, not Justin Bieber.
Right.
Like, yo, this guy's an idiot, yo.
I'm sure that happens to him a lot because even Bob Costas said that when they had the players' day, where the players picked their names for the back of the uniforms, that Shane Bieber put on the back of his uniform, not Justin.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right.
So, and then they were talking a little bit about the Justin Bieber songs. And Lauren Shahadi was betting them that they couldn't name a Justin Bieber song. I really can't, but Bob Costas named a few of them.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of hit songs, man.
Right, right. But anyway, so that's what happened there. The Houston Astros are off to a commanding 2-0 lead, with Alvarez once again being the hero for the Astros, blasting 2 home runs in both games. And Alvarez really did the job for the Astros as they took a 2-0 lead over the Seattle Mariners. And the Phillies and the Braves are tied at 1 game apiece. And the San Diego Padres surprised the Dodgers, winning 5-3 in the second game after the Dodgers won 5-3 in the first game.
Yeah, that was a good game yesterday with what's his name, Alvarez, right?
Right.
He hit
Alvarez.
He's the first player to hit a walk-off home run and then hit the go-ahead home run in the next game.
Exactly. He is tremendous. And also, what I forgot to mention about today's game is Judge is off to a rough start in this series. He struck out 3 times yesterday and 4 times today, so he has struck out 7 of his 8 at-bats. And maybe he's got some emotional fatigue going on or something, because they were even talking about how he was fouling pitches back on pitches that earlier in the year he was crushing. So he may be in a little bit of a slump. They showed his final batting average for the final 12 games of the year, and it was only .244. So he may have gotten into a little bit of a slump to start the playoffs.
Well, he was hitting the ball.
Well, Judge struck out 4 times today.
Yeah, but he hit a ground out and stuff like that. So he did hit the ball. It's not like he struck out all those games. A lot of those games were ground outs too.
Oh yeah, during the end of the season, yes, he was being very selective and not going out of the zone. But for the first 2 games against Cleveland, he was going out of the zone a bit and missing pitches.
Yeah, but today, he did strike out, but he did get a ground ball out there too that he just missed for a home run, man.
Right. That's what they were saying. He was missing some pitches as well. But anyway, it's 1-1. I feel confident. Tristan McKenzie's going for the Guardians. He's always a very good, tough pitcher. And the Yankees will be right back at it tomorrow in Cleveland.
Yeah, now the Yankees, they're even, man. So it's like, and Tristan McKenzie, he's a good pitcher, but I think the Yankees could hit him too, though.
Yes, I think so. I'm not too worried about it. I think the Yankees are still the better team, and they will bounce back. I mean, remember also the Yankees have played 1 game in the past 9 days, so they could have been a little bit rusty. I mean, if they played Tuesday, they could have played Wednesday. The weather was good Wednesday, but they held off because of TV scheduling. The way the TV scheduling is, they had the Yankees and Guardians having an off day, even though they weren't traveling. And then yesterday, Thursday, the weather was rather bad. So, the Yankees had been sitting around for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but they're used to that though. Most of those players come off the bench anyway.
Right, right. Oh, by the way, it was the return of Carpenter.
Yeah, I know. He got a big standing ovation as well.
Right, the return of Carpenter, and he did a pinch hit. He did strike out, but Carpenter is back, so that's always positive for the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, if they could use him in pinch hit situations, that'd be a great thing.
Right, exactly, exactly. So don't feel too down. I know how it is in a short series. It's like an emotional roller coaster. I mean, the Yankees lost today, but they're right back at it tomorrow. And we'll take it from there with Severino on the mound.
Yeah, man. Now they got to win 2 games now in a row.
Right, exactly, exactly. They have to pull off 2. It's 2 out of 3 now is the series. And 2 of them are going to be in Cleveland. But I believe they can bounce back and do it. Remember when the Yankees fell behind the then Cleveland Indians in the '98 year, 2-1 with Joe Torre as the manager after the Yankees had won 114 games, and Joe Torre said, "I guess we're not the favorites anymore." And sure enough, the Yankees took care of business and won those final 2 games.
Yeah, they sure did, man. They did come back and do well. But then again, man, like in the commentators and all that, they kept comparing this Yankee team to last year's team. I was like, I don't understand how they're comparing this team to any other team if it's not the same players on the same team. It's a totally different team than what it was before.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like, stop comparing this team to other teams because it's not the same team.
Right.
You know what I mean? They got totally different players. I mean, who's the only one that's been there a while? It's Severino. That's about it, right? That's lasted, right?
Well, Rizzo came last year. Gleyber Torres, Judge, Hicks. But I mean, they've gotten new guys like Josh Donaldson and IKF.
The whole pitching staff. You know what I'm saying? The whole pitching staff is brand new. The whole team is brand new. Pretty much. What up, Bryson? On the check-in.
Hey, Bryson. Don't feel too down. It's only 1-1.
Yeah, it happens, man.
So it's only 1-1, and 3 of the 4 series are at 1-1. The Phillies and the Phillies and Braves are back in Philadelphia tonight. The Dodgers are in San Diego tonight, and the Yankees will be taking it up again tomorrow with the series tied 1-1 in Cleveland.
Yeah, man. I mean, they're gonna have to play hard. I mean, tomorrow, man, this is do or die. I mean, both teams have to win 2 games at this point in time.
Right, exactly. It's the best 2 out of 3, and that's what happened. That's why the road team always wants to split the beginning of the series, and the Guardians accomplished that because now they've taken home field advantage away. Each team has to win 2 games, but 2 of the final 3 are in Cleveland. But as I said, I feel confident in Severino. Last time Severino was out there, he pitched 7 no-hit innings. So I believe Severino is back. And the Guardians are still light-hitting compared to the Yankees. I mean, the Guardians have a great bullpen and a very good pitching staff. But I think the Yankees can outmatch them with the hitting because even, in that 10th inning, there were 2 bloop hits that took place off of Dyer. On the second bloop hit, the infield was even drawn in.
Yeah, that bloop hit that went over Torres' head, or no?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And then, but yeah, man. But also, then the debacle that happened. What, in the 7th inning it was when the bloop hit that went into the left field thing, and Cabrera almost caught it, and Donaldson threw it away at second.
Oh no, that was I believe that was the 10th, wasn't it? That was the 10th when they scored the 2 runs. Ramirez hit that, and that led off the 10th inning.
Right. That was the 10th inning. That's right. That's what killed him right there, man.
Right, the 2 blue hits, and then Naylor really nailed the ball, to use a pun, and hit it to center field, and that drove in the other run. And then the Guardians had Class A on the mound, who's been the best relief pitcher in the American League this year. And they brought Class A in to finish up the 8th, and then they pitched him in the 9th, and they pitched him in the 10th. That's how much Terry Francona wanted this victory. And now that they've used Class A for so many pitches, he might not be available tomorrow.
Yeah, and that dude, he's a hell of a pitcher, too.
Right.
He's serious. He's the one that took down the Rays.
Right, exactly. But, they pitched, that was the most pitches he's thrown in an outing yesterday. So he might not be available tomorrow.
Oh, I get you, yeah. That's true. He might not be, he might not, yeah. I mean, they used him yesterday too, right? Is that what you said?
No, they didn't use him in the first game against the Yankees. They used him in the final game against Tampa Bay.
Oh, so they're going to use him again tomorrow then?
Yeah, we'll see.
He's going to be back in there.
Remember, he threw the most pitches he's ever thrown in an outing. But I know it's do or die time for both teams, so we'll see if they do or not. But he might not be available because he threw 34 pitches.
Yeah, but it's only one day though. He could do it back to back.
Yeah.
And a lot of other pitchers have done it back to back too. So right. I don't think they're worried about pitch count at this point in time. They're just worried about the rest. And with the one day, with the one game, yeah, he's gonna be pitching tomorrow. You can guarantee he's gonna be in that game tomorrow.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
Because he's their best pitcher, so of course they're gonna put him in there, especially if they're winning and trying to secure the win. He's definitely coming in.
But I hope the Yankees do some hitting, and it's not a situation to use Class A. I'm hoping that the Yankees can get 4 or 5 runs off of Tristan McKenzie and have like a 6-2 lead or something by the 9th inning.
Yeah, or they could just blow him up in the first inning. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's the way it goes.
Right, and as I said, Severino in his last outing, remember he got taken out while he was pitching a no-hitter.
Yeah, that is true.
So I feel confident with Severino on the mound tomorrow. I think they can get to Tristan McKenzie, and the series is just tied at 1-1 now, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, they gotta, the plane flight is not that long, so they should be in there tonight early.
Right, very early, yeah.
And they should be able to have a good night's sleep or whatever. And tomorrow's game is at what time? At 7 o'clock?
I'm not sure. I didn't check the schedule. It will be a nighttime game, though.
Yeah, it's probably a 4 o'clock game or something like that.
Yeah, let me see here. I'll look that up right now here if I can. Let me see if I can get to it.
I'll tell you.
Can you get to it? I'm having a little trouble here. Let me see.
They play, at 7:30 tomorrow, Saturday.
7:30 tomorrow, okay.
Yeah, and then Sunday's a 7 o'clock start.
All right, sounds good.
So it's going to be cold over there, too, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be cold in Cleveland. What's the weather like in Cleveland?
Oh, yes. It's similar to West Virginia in here. It's kind of headed into the Midwest. But, the winters can get cold in Cleveland, no doubt about it, like Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they get super cold.
Right, exactly. So we'll check the weather for Cleveland for tomorrow. And the series is tied at 1-1. And it's just exciting playoff baseball. The Yankees had trouble hitting today, and they did strike out 14 times, the Yankees. And we'll just take it up and see where we go with tomorrow. Severino versus Tristan McKenzie.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game, man. Let's see if McKenzie's going to have what it takes. He was talking a lot of smack on the They were they have the mic on him, I guess.
Yes, I know.
In the dugout, and they were saying that that he's like, that we can beat these guys and all kind of crazy stuff he was saying.
Oh yeah, I know. He was saying this is how it should feel. This is how it should feel. And I did feel a certain aura as the game got later and later, and the game was tied at 2-2. And then the Guardians were going to their bullpen. And I know that the Yankees bullpen is in a bit more flux than the Cleveland Guardians bullpen is. They have some strong bullpen arms, and the Yankees bullpen is a bit more flux. That's the one area that the Guardians might have the upper hand on the Yankees, is coming out of that bullpen.
The bullpen, I think the Yankees have a good bullpen. I don't think the Cleveland is better than the Yankees bullpen. That's for sure. I mean, all they got is that guy is Ace, whatever his name is. That's all they got. Yeah, a Class A. That's all they got, man. So if the Yankees could get runs and not bring him in, they'll be fine. And even if they do bring him in, he's throwing 100 miles an hour down the pipe straight. So they just have to catch up to it.
Yes, right. He has a natural cut on his. So he's throwing something similar to what Mariano Rivera threw, because he has a natural cut. So they don't even call it a fastball; they call it a 100-mile-per-hour cutter. So he is wicked. But let's hope the Yankees don't have to face him tomorrow. I want the Yankees to do some hitting earlier in the game and not get to the point where it's close at the very end of the game.
Yeah, true, man. And if he does pitch tomorrow, it'll be better for the Yankees anyway, because he's gonna come in tired.
Right, exactly.
So it'll be a good thing to see him come in, honestly.
Right.
So let's see if they just have to hit, man. That's really all they have to do, is hit the ball and they'll win the game.
Right, exactly. I know it's very simplified, but that's what it's all about. And the Yankees really, other than the Giancarlo Stanton 2-run homer, the Yankees were really held down. Bieber did not have his best stuff today, and he walked a number of batters, but the Yankees really could not put anything together.
Nah, they couldn't, man. They had so many chances, and that dude Higashioka, man, he had a chance to get some runs in, and Higashioka hit it right on the nose to the third baseman for a force out.
Exactly. So he hit it solidly, but it was right to Ramirez at third base.
Even Gabe Torres, he hit it up the middle. He could have scored that run, but he hit it up the middle, but the guy was right there.
The luck was on the side of the Guardians today. You saw the little bloopers and the little squibblers, and they fell through, and they went through. And the luck was on the side of the Guardians today.
Yeah, that's true, man, because you can't really do nothing on those bloop singles. The one that went over Rizzo's head to Judge, and the one that went to Cabrera. And yeah, so yeah, those were not Yankee errors. They just had eyes.
Exactly. Cabrera really came in on that. It almost caught that ball that Ramirez hit. But then they made some throwing errors after, which allowed Ramirez to go to third base. But otherwise, the luck was really on the side of the Guardians today.
Yeah, that's true, because those in a normal game, those things would not be happening. And you know what? It's not even a windy day.
Right. It was a nice day today.
It's a nice, perfect day. No clouds in the sky. None of that.
Right.
And they never play like that on conditions like that.
Right. Well, once again, you go back to John Sterling saying you can't predict baseball, Susan.
That's true, man. You can never predict baseball, man, which is crazy, man. That's the God honest truth.
Right. So we'll take it on tomorrow, and we'll take it from there. In the meantime, we've got I've got some more baseball to check into tonight, and the Yankees will be taking on the Guardians tomorrow at 7:30.
Yeah, man. So we'll be back here on Tuesday at 5, and we'll tell you if the Yankees lose or not.
Exactly. The final outcome of the series.
You know, or we'll give you the preview on the championship series. That's which way it'll go. I don't know, but hopefully it goes to the championship series. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Keep positive thoughts.
And it looks like if we do get to the championship series, we're gonna be playing the Houston Astros.
Right. I know the Astros. The Astros are always there. It's they're like Jason, basically from the horror movies. You know that they're always there.
Yeah, you can't kill them, man. You can't kill them. They always come back. You know, no matter what, man. And the more you taunt them, the more power you give them.
Exactly.
You know?
That's why they better stop their FL2A chants. Because every time they do that, he blasts a homer.
It was fun in the beginning, you know, but now, I mean, he hits home runs off of that.
Exactly.
You know? So it's crazy, man. So, but anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to end this show. Like, share, subscribe, like always. And we'll catch everyone on the next show. That'll be Tuesday at 5 o'clock. And we're going to tell you the outcome of what happens if we go on or we go home. So let's see what happens. So until then, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. So long, everybody, and see ya.